You know, I love coming to these literary evenings because I find that I walk away with very useful phrases. I can't wait to say to somebody, "You look like Socrates begging for some hemlock." Thank you, Yusuf. That's going to come in very handy. I will say, as I'm going to read these passages, that you definitely seem like a cadre of truth seekers, but I will say that sometimes there's an intersection with people who really want everyone to know that they got the answer right. So please refrain from yelling it out if you know it, or if you do, use your inside voice. All right, here we go, their first passage. Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by the sun of York. And all the clouds that lowered upon our house in the deep bosom of the ocean buried. Now are our brows bound with victorious wreaths, our bruised arms hung up for monuments, our stern alarms changed to merry meetings, our dreadful marches to delightful measures. Grim-visaged war hath smoothed his wrinkled front. Why, thank you. So go ahead and write that on your paper. I can't wait to hear what people's alternative first lines are to that. And now we come to passage 2. She sent out for one of those short, plump little cakes called Petit Madeleine, which look as though they had been molded in the fluted scallop of a pilgrim's shell. And soon, mechanically, weary after a dull day with the prospect of a depressing morrow, I raised to my lips a spoonful of the tea in which I had soaked a morsel of the cake. No sooner had the warm liquid and the crumbs with it touched my palate, a shudder ran through my whole body, and I stopped, intent upon the extraordinary changes that were taking place. An exquisite pleasure had invaded my senses, but individual, detached, with no suggestion of its origin. I was about to give that away, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to use this adverb. I have a wonderful connection with Madeline's because Madeline is my Starbucks name. Because isn't it wonderful when you go to Starbucks and they ask you your name and you can just be whomever you want to be? Oh my gosh, and I'm at a literary event and I just said whomever when whoever was actually more appropriate, so please forgive me for that. And I was at a Starbucks recently and I just come from this theatrical fundraiser where they invite us actors to kind of be the dog and pony show. And people say things like, "You're so much prettier in real life." And you have to stop yourself from saying, "They're both me, actually." In fact, there was one woman who came up to me and she said, "Oh my goodness, it's you. I can't believe it's you. But you look so much different on TV. You look so much bigger, in your face." So after that encounter, I really needed a Starbucks. And I went to the local Starbucks and I was really excited to be my alternative self. And I went to order my latte and the guy said, "What's your name?" And I said, "Oh, it's Madeline, like the cookie." And he turned to me and he said, "No, it's not. It's Emily." And I'm really not used to people knowing my name, Usually they think they went to high school with me, or they're that girl that's kind of vaguely familiar who looks so much prettier in real life. And I said, "How did you know?" And he said, "Well, Emily, 'cause you're wearing a name tag." Even though I've become a brunette, I still have my blonde moments. Okay, this third one, well, I'm not going to introduce it. I'm just going to do it. Talk about a moon floating in the sky, looking like a lily on the lake. Talk about a bird learning how to fly, making all the music he can make. Happy, happy talk. Keep talking happy talk. Talk about the things you'd like to do. You've got to have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true?